are you? Today I want to show you my books that I haven't read yet, but I plan on reading this year. I will probably still buy more books in the meantime before I read all of these, but what you gonna do? This is a lot of books, and I didn't realize it until I stacked them all here on the chair beside me. So please don't judge. Cool. First, got the Brothers Hawthorne. I've read the first 3 books probably over a year ago now, and I had this one since last year, just haven't read through the first 2 chapters. Next, the movie is already out and I've already seen it, so I know what happens at the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I've read all the other books, just not this one yet. This next one, I know you're gonna judge me for, and it's okay because I'm gonna judge myself for it. I've heard all the horror stories about it. That doesn't change the fact that I want to read it. Bride. I just want to know. I want to be traumatized, I guess. We'll see what happens. But it's also the genre that I like. It's very fantasy based. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. The next one I picked up because of the cover. It looked very pretty, so I wanted to read it. Love in the Time of Serial Killers. Isn't that cute though? It's perfect for Valentine's Day. This might have to be my next read. I'll have to put it at the top of this deck. But I've had it for a very long time and just haven't read it yet. The next one, I'm going in knowing absolutely nothing. I just know it was popular for some time. And my friend gave it to me, so I want to follow along and read it. Follow the crowd and read it. It's called Come and Get It, a novel with a picture of a pig. So, I mean, what could it possibly be about? I'll go in blind and let you know. This next one I did start reading, and I got halfway through and shamefully quit. I don't know why I quit, I just couldn't get into it, I couldn't pick it up, but it is on the list of books I want to finish this year. It's this one. The Summer She Went Missing. Also hearts on it, so maybe it'll be a February read and I'll finally finish it. Maybe that'll be my goal for February. Okay, this one I specifically went to the bookstore to buy it, and I did not start it. It's gonna be my excuse for all of these, except for like the 4 I just recently picked up. I just haven't had a minute to start reading them. The Secret Lives of Country Gentlemen. It looks like a sweet love story. It sounds like a sweet love story. A romantic, swashbuckling tale. I mean, come on. It looks so cute. We're gonna read it. I'll put it on video so I can hold myself to that. Also, my voice is going. I think I'm getting sick. Just in denial about it. This one I did not specifically go to the bookstore for, but it was my first time in this bookstore, and I saw it, and I had to buy it because it looked cool. It's The Secret History. As you can probably tell, I buy books by the way they look. I definitely judge a book by its cover until I read it, and then I judge it by its insides. That's how it's gonna be forever. This next one is Guardian Part 3. I've already read the first 2. It's by the author Priest. I absolutely love this series. I just haven't picked up the 3rd one to finish the series yet. And it's just like a fantasy love story with like demons and creatures and stuff. I love it. I adore these kinds of stories because it's pure and they're like soulmates and they're meant to be, and this is the last of the series, which means they finally admit that they love each other and build love from that. Anyways, it's just the final book of the series and I don't want it to be over. I don't want the stories to end. So I just refuse to read it. That's how you prevent the stories from ending. This next one I haven't picked up because I have read parts of it. It's part 7 of a series that I think volume 8 is the last one. So this is the second to last one. And I know it's not gonna focus on the main characters as much, or like it is gonna focus on them, but it's gonna be storytelling of their past because it's about past lives and getting a second chance at living a better life. It's called The Husky and His White Cat Shijun, part 7. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but that's how I pronounce it in my head, so that's how I'm telling you it is. It's a very cute series, extremely spicy and inappropriate for people under 18. That's all I'll say. So this one, 100% bought it because of how it looks and because of the color of the pages. It's The House of the Cerulean Sea. I went in knowing absolutely nothing. Still know nothing besides what it looks like. It's giving series of unfortunate events house on the cliff that falls down. So that's what I'm picturing. It's probably nothing about that. Yeah, I'll eventually read it. Another one that is murder related. The Murder at the End of the World. It's just, look at the spine. Not the spine, the inner spine. What is that called? The pages on the inside. Look at the side of the pages. I'm just a sucker for a pretty book. I know nothing about it. I just know it looks cool. Look at that little lighthouse. It's pretty. We'll see if the insides are just as pretty. Alrighty. The stack is dwindling. Next is The Thing We Do to Our Friends. I started this probably around this time last year. And then I went on a trip and never picked it up again. Forgot it existed until a few days ago. And there's that. This next one I also got from a friend. It's called When No One Is Watching. A thriller. I'm guessing it's like a psychological thriller story about when no one is watching. I really don't know. I don't want to know until I read it, to be honest. The stack is up to here now. Well, if I put these two on top. The stack is up to here now. You see that? You see how tall this is? And I'm not even done yet. I'm not even close to done yet. Okay. This one I got because I thought it looked cute. Girl Abroad. I also enjoy traveling, and I'm going to be going abroad again next year. And maybe I'll read it then. Maybe I'll read it before next year comes. It's pretty thick, so I'll probably have to finish before I leave for Scotland next year. Alright, the stack is dwindling. I promise we're closer to the end than either of us thinks. This one I got also around the same time I got the Things That We Do to Our Friends. The Only Purple House in Town. It's pretty. I think it's also like a fantasy. Yeah. It's a fantasy. It's got creatures in it, I think. And sorry, I just read that it called somebody the Chaos Bunny, and I kind of threw up in my mouth there. Anyways, it looks cute. And it's got a little bat. So that's one way to get me to read your books, or to hoard your books. Put a freaking bat on it. Another one that the movie's already come out. I've already watched the movie, but it looks like it would be a very interesting book. Almost like the book would be better than the movie, maybe. Hopefully. Argyle. It's about this writer that writes about this dude, and it turns out to be a real storyline, and he finds her while she's writing another book and all this stuff. And in the movie, a cat is involved, so I'm hoping a cat is involved in the book too, because I love cats. I'll add it to the stack. There we go. The stack is getting dangerous. I'll show it to you at the end here. Okay, this one, Gilded Wolves. I know nothing about it besides that it's pretty and green. It has like shiny gold. 100% because of the cover. It just looks pretty. Let's read a little bit of the last one before the ones that I most recently bought. It's The Familiar. I've heard mixed reviews, and I just want to find out for myself. It's like a car crash or a train wreck you can't look away from, apparently. Like The Bride. So we'll see. I want to judge for myself if it's good or not, or whatever. So it's about vampires, though. How can you fail at vampire books? You can easily fail at vampire books. Okay, we're getting dangerously tall here. This one, I'm really excited to read. Murder in the Dressing Room. Come on, it's a freaking drag queen story. And about murder. I can't wait. It's from Holly Stars. That's who wrote it. This is Holly Stars right here. I don't know if you can see her that well, but she's a drag queen. She's incredibly funny. We just gotta read it for ourselves and find out. Alright, so these last 3 books I picked up while I was on a trip to Tennessee, and I thought they were pretty, and I wanted to read them. And I also hadn't brought a book with me to read, and I also didn't open any of these to read either. I was just missing the comfort of having books around me. The stars are dying. So look how gorgeous that is. It still has the sticker on it from Target. But look how pretty. It's got the inside. It has like the little sun and moon and stars. Constellations. This is another purchase that I made because it was pretty. That's it. That's the only reason. And it looks like a lovely fantasy book, so of course I had to get it. It doesn't look super cheesy. I'm kind of scared of it because I read that book, City of Stars, or City of Stardust, one or the other, and I had very high expectations for it, but it just didn't work out. It wasn't great for me. I still gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. I'm terrible at giving bad reviews, and I love magical fantasy books. It just wasn't for me, though. Okay, the second to last book, I found out it's not part of the series that I thought it was part of. So I'll have to buy another book because this is the second of a new series. This one is called The Games Untold, and I thought it was part of the Inheritance games, what that the first book that I showed you was, The Brothers Hawthorne. I thought it was the next book in the series because it was right next to The Brothers Hawthorne on the bookshelf in Target. No, there's another book. What's it called? Oh shoot. No, there are 2 other books that go before this one. It's part of, I don't know if I can show it, it's part of the Grandest Game series or trilogy. So the first book is The Grandest Game. The second book is Glorious Rivals. And then this book, Games Untold. So I'm guessing it has to do with the Hawthorne family. Maybe not the brothers, but something to do with the inheritance books. Storyline, family, who knows? I'll find out, but I have to buy 2 more books to find out first. So I won't be reading that one for a very long time. The last book, again, I got because it looked pretty, and I'm a sucker for these kinds of little love stories. I think it's gonna make me cry though. It's called When Haru Was Here. Look how beautiful it is. Ignore the sticker, but look how beautiful it is. I don't know. I'm just really afraid it's gonna make me cry, so this one I'll have to read whenever I'm emotionally strong and capable of handling the sadness that might come along with it. Yeah, it's very thin. It's a very small book, so it won't take long. Maybe it'll be a weekend read that I'll cry about. And that's it. That's all the books. Okay, I'm gonna show you the stack of books that I have just now. I don't know if I can. Okay. There's the top. And that's my crown from the Renaissance Fair. And then it goes all the way down here. You see that? That's my stack of to-be-read books. You're gonna fall. So yeah, that's my stack of books that I need to read this year. Should we count them? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. I'm gonna add it up to 25 because I want to buy the other 2 of that one series of the That Games Untold series. I think that'll be something that I'll read really fast if it draws me in, just like the Inheritance games did. So yeah, I'll probably buy those other 2 before I start reading that one. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna finish. No, what am I gonna do? In the meantime, I am gonna read the Love in the Time of Serial Killers because it's a very lovely Valentine's-y looking book. So I think that would be fun to read during Valentine's month. And then finish the 2 series that I don't want to finish. Oh shoot, finish the 3 series because I still have to read the Brothers Hawthorne. You see my struggle. I can't figure out an order to read these books, so I just don't read them. I just don't read them. Yes, my dog is snoring right now. Anyways, as you know, I love being nosy about other people's stuff and like books and collections. So I wanted to show you mine. My stack of to-be-read books. I hope you've enjoyed this and enjoyed seeing the kinds of books that I am interested in reading. And I'll let you know with the reviews at the end of every month, like I did just recently with the 2 books I read in January. Hopefully the end of February is more than just 2 books, because this is a tall stack to get through. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. Right. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it. I've had fun. Now it's time to reorganize and fill my bookshelf back up. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.